Moon phases by Vaughn. The moon phases are an amazing topic. The first phase is the new moon. You can't see this moon. The next moon is a crescent moon. There is a little sliver of light you can see. Now the moon has changed into a first quarter moon. This moon is halfway until the full moon. The moon is now in the gibbous moon. This moon is waxing. The next moon is the last quarter moon. It is also called the third quarter moon. The last moon is the full moon. You can see the whole side of the moon. The moon phases will keep happening for the rest of your life. That is all the moon phases you will ever see.
Day, Night, Seasons, Years by Latham. There are 4 seasons. The cause of seasons is the Earth's movement around the sun. The part of the Earth that is facing the sun, it is summer. The part that is facing away from the sun, it is winter. When the sun is higher, it is summer, and when it is lower, it is winter. The top 3 reasons for seasons is 1. Tilt of the Earth, 2. The revolution of the Earth, 3. North Pole always points the same direction. The reasons for day, night, and seasons is the rotation of Earth. The part that faces the sun is in day. The part that faces away from the sun, it is in night. The sun is the source of day. The reasons for the years is the way Earth rotates around the sun. There are 365.24 days, or 765 hours in a year. Every 4 years, we add another day to the calendar. Those are some facts about day, night, seasons, years.
Order of the Planets by Christina. Mercury is a hostile world. Mercury has an electronic orbit. Mercury is very close to the Sun. Its surface is 800 Fahrenheit. It also has an 88-day orbit. Venus is the hostile planet. Venus is the brightest planet. Venus is still active today. Its hemisphere is made of carbon dioxide. Mars is the red planet. You can see it from Earth. It has a very rocky surface. Jupiter's rings are 15,000 kilometers. It's the giant planet. It also has a great red spot, Saturn, visible to the naked eye. People call it the Roman god of agriculture. Uranus is the tidal planet. Its core is rock, ice, and water. People call it the Titan. It has bumps on its surface. Neptune is big like other planets. It's 400 kilometers. It's called the Blue Giant, the second biggest
Moon phases by Avery. Have you wanted to learn about the phases of the moon? Well, I will show you how. First off, we have the new moon. It is almost directly between the sun and Earth. Also, the crescent moon. The crescent moon is a moon that is sunlight forms on the moon, and it forms a crescent. Now we have a full quarter moon. That is a moon that when the moon halfway around Earth, and we see half of it. Next is the gibbous moon. The gibbous moon is a moon that's waxing between a first quarter moon and a full moon. Then the moon phases start all over again.
The moon phases by Megan. There are 9 moon phases. The new moon, almost directly between the sun and Earth. You see only an outline. Crescent. Sunlight shows on the moon and forms a crescent. First quarter. When the moon is halfway around Earth and we only see half. Waxing gibbous. When the moon is waxing between the first quarter and the full moon. Full moon. 2 weeks pass and we see the full moon. Waning gibbous. The phase after a full moon. Quarter moon. When the moon is 3/4 around Earth. This is the last quarter. Crescent. Once again we see a small sliver of light on the moon. After all of these phases, we are back to a new moon.
The planets by Ryan. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, but it is also not the hottest. Venus is the hottest planet. It can get up to 900 degrees. Earth is the only planet that contains life. Scientists found water on Mars. Jupiter has a big storm called the Red Spot. Jupiter is the biggest planet. Saturn is the second biggest planet, and it is the most rings. Uranus spins wonky, and it has 9 rings going north to south. Neptune is the coldest planet.
Moon phases by Hannah. Did you know that the moon phases changes every night? It is changing every night, even if it doesn't look that way. The moon is a satellite, not a planet. A waxing crescent takes away onto the moon by the left side. A waning crescent is a light side from the right side of the moon that is making the moon dark, not covered by clouds. The moon takes 27 days to orbit the Earth. Exactly 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes, and 11.6 seconds. Only 12 people have visited the moon. Neil Armstrong was the first man on the moon. On the first rocket in 1969, his footprint will probably be there for centuries to come.
Seasons by Christopher. Seasons are caused by the tilt of the Earth, 23.5 degrees tilted on its axis. The amount of sun hitting a spot causes the seasons also. For example, if the sun hit one spot, it's summer. The sun's shadow where it's not hitting, it's winter. Days in the summer are the longest, and winter the shortest. In autumn, days start to get shorter because it's going into winter. But in spring, plants start to grow and the days get longer. The sun is at its highest point in the sky during summer and lowest in the winter. That's all the information I collected about the seasons.
Moon phases by Orion. The moon is what comes out at night and replaces the sun. The moon really doesn't change. It's the side of the moon that faces the Earth and the sun beams. Also, did you know that a lunar month is longer than a normal month? There are lots of types of moon phases. There are first quarters, waning crescents, new moons, third quarter, full moon, waxing gibbous. First quarter, the moon really is a big satellite orbiting the Earth. Did you know that the moon doesn't really produce its own light? The sun behind the moon, that's what makes it glow at night. Also, there are many moons. Ones that are at Mars, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. And that's some facts about the moon phases.
Day, night, season, years by Autumn. Have you ever wondered how long is a day or how long it takes for the Earth to orbit the Sun? Well, if so, I can tell you. One interesting fact, it takes 23 hours and 54 seconds, 365 days, 8,765 hours, 526,000 minutes, 31.6 million seconds to orbit the Sun. I thought that was pretty cool. Now I'm going to talk about why we have day and night. We have day and night because the Earth rotates, but we don't feel the Earth rotate. Now I'm going to talk about the Sun. The Sun is very important. It helps the Earth stay warm. It also helps the Earth grow. Without the Sun,
Our planet would not have life and it would be really cold. There is also a pattern. It goes sunrise, day, sunset, night. Earth spins on its axis, 23.5-degree angle. That's what makes seasons. Now I'm going to tell you my favorite season. My favorite season is summer. I like summer because it's always hot and I like hot weather and it's really relaxing. And that's what I taught you about day, night, season, years.
Seasons by Ethan. The first season is summer. Summer is very hot. Why? Because the North Pole is closer to the sun than the South Pole. The second season is winter. Winter is very cold. It is cold because we are tilted away from the sun and we only have 365.24 days and 8,765 hours, 526,000 minutes, 31.6 million seconds, and we are in the right spot for the sun. How we get spring is for example, we tilt in a way also for autumn. This is what I learned.
Order of the Planets by Emerson. Have you ever wanted to learn about the order of the planets? Well, if so, I'm going to tell you. The first planet is Mercury. Mercury only appears 13 times each century. The second planet is Venus. Venus is considered Earth's evil twin. The third planet is Earth, and we live on it. The fourth planet is Mars, and it is known as the Red Planet. Scientists believe that vast oceans may be on Mars. The fifth planet is Jupiter. It seems to be that Jupiter smells terrible, like rotten eggs. It is the fourth brightest planet in our solar system. The sixth planet in our solar system is Saturn. Saturn's rings are brighter than itself. I think that's incredible. Uranus is 8 times the size of Earth. Neptune's core is very hot. Winds blow at 1,200 miles per hour. These are the most amazing facts that I learned.
Days, nights, seasons, and years by Kate. The reason we have seasons is because Earth spins on its axis at a 25.5-degree angle. Summer's days of the year are June through August. Spring's days are March through May. Fall's days are September through November. And winter's days are December through February. The reason we have years is because of our orbit. A full year is 365 days. That equals 8,765 hours, 526,000 minutes, and 31.6 million seconds. Day to day, night, a full day on Earth is 23 hours, 56 minutes. We just rounded up to 24 hours. The sun's highest point is at 12 o'clock p.m. every single day. When it starts to become fall, the days start to get shorter. The sun is at its low point. Some of the animals get ready for hibernation. It is the same thing for winter, but animals hibernate in their dens or burrows. My favorite season is winter because you can sled, ski, and have snowball fights. There are so many things you can do. So you can play, then have hot chocolate and sit by the fire with your family.
Moon Phases by Ella. Do you ever wonder why the moon changes shape? The moon changes shape because the moon orbits the Earth and we can only see some of the moon. Scientists predict that an object the size of Mars collided with Earth 4.5 billion years ago. The moon formed in the molten or melted, and the debris was sent out by impact. Their explanation is that the moon's surface is similar to the Earth's surface. The moon is a satellite, which means that it orbits an
orbits another larger body in space. The 8 phases of the moon is waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full, waning gibbous, last quarter, and waning crescent. A lunar month is the time it takes to complete the cycle of phases. The average speed of the moon takes to orbit the Earth is 2,288 miles per hour around. Now you know some things about the moon.
Order by the planets by Jaden. There is 8 planets in our solar system. Mercury is the closest to the sun. At night side it is 173 Celsius. On the day side it is 279 Fahrenheit. Venus is the second planet closest to the sun. Venus is the same size as Earth and is toxic. Mars, the fourth planet, the wind is what makes Mars the dry desert world, and Mars is cold. Jupiter is the fifth planet. Jupiter is very big, but not as big as Saturn. Jupiter has a big red spot, which is a storm bigger than Earth. Saturn is very cold, and it has a dozen of icy moons. Uranus is the seventh planet. It spins on its side. The methane gives its blue tint. Neptune is the eighth planet. It is very cold. It takes about 165 Earth years to orbit the Sun. In 2011, Neptune completed its first orbit since its discovery in 1846, and that's the order of the planets.
Planets by Kendall. Do you want to learn all about the planets? If you do, then you better read this. Mercury is the first planet in our solar system. A very interesting fact is that Mercury is a dead planet. Or did you know that Mercury is really hot and really cold? Maybe you didn't know that the first spacecraft to be on Mercury was a Mariner 10. The second planet in our solar system is Venus. Did you know that on Venus, 117 Earth days equals 1 day? Maybe you didn't know that one slight breeze can knock an astronaut over. Venus has an iron core. Venus is a pretty fascinating planet. The third planet in our solar system is Earth, which is our home planet. Did you know that Earth is 70% water? Earth is 4.5 billion years old. That's crazy. Earth spins 1,000 miles an hour on its axis. The next planet in our solar system is Mars. Did you know that Mars is a cold desert world? Maybe you didn't know 1 year on Mars is 687 Earth days. The next planet in our huge solar system is Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. Jupiter has a great red spot. Jupiter was named after a Roman god. The next planet is Saturn. A cool fact is Saturn has no surface. Saturn has rings brighter than the planets. The next planet is Uranus. Did you know that Uranus is 8 times the size of Earth? Uranus takes 84 years to orbit the Sun once. Did you know that Uranus is mostly made of ice? The last but not least planet in our solar system is Neptune. Neptune is the smallest gas giant in our solar system. Maybe you didn't know Neptune was discovered more than 160 years ago. Neptune is named after the Roman god of the sea. That is a little bit about the 8 planets in our solar system.
Seasons by Tristan. Why we have seasons is because the Earth is tilted wonky as it makes its yearly journey around the sun. The Earth's axis is tilted at 23.5 degrees as the Earth makes its journey around the sun as it lands on its axis at a 23.5 degrees. The sun is at its highest at 12 o'clock noon. On any given day in the summer sun is higher than any other season. Spring is the season where the snow melts and the flowers bloom. Summer is the season where the days are longest. Autumn is the season where the day start quicker and the days end quicker. Winter is the season when the midday sun is lower.
Order of the Planets by Eric. Mercury, closest to the Sun. Venus, thick atmosphere. Earth, it has ocean, rainforest, grasslands, and deserts. Mars, it looks like a cold desert world. Red planet. Jupiter, it's the biggest planet. Saturn, it has thousands of beautiful ringlets. Uranus, a rock hit it and made it go sideways. Neptune, it's the coldest planet because it's further to the sun.
Order of the Planets by Alec. Mercury takes 29 Earth days to spin on its axis once. Venus is the hottest planet. Earth is not actually round, it is more of an oval. Mars has the largest volcano in the solar system. It is as tall as 3 Mount Everests stacked on top of each other. Jupiter's gravity is so strong that when it was created, its gravity pulled helium and hydrogen together to make the planet we call Jupiter. Saturn has rings over 43,000 miles and 72 kilometers. Uranus has a day that is 17 hours and 14 minutes. Neptune rotates upside down and not sideways.
Moon phases by Cato. Have you ever wondered about the moon's phases? Here's some info about them. There are many different phases: waning gibbous to half moon, the waning crescent, then new moon, then waxing gibbous to a half moon, again, then a waxing crescent to a new moon. Did you know the moon doesn't get its own light, it gets it from the sun? That also affects the phases of the moon. Also, did you know people near the equator see the moon's crescent as a smile? Also, did you know it takes 29.5 days to make a complete cycle through the 8 planets, a lunar month? The lunar eclipse is when the sun, the moon, and the earth align. The moon gets a red glow. That is some info about the moon and its face.
The Order of the Planets by Mina Kelly. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. It is 43 million miles away from the Sun. If you could withstand Mercury's heat, you would probably notice that the Sun looks 3 times as big as it looks on Earth. The next planet closest to the Sun is Venus. NASA recently found an active volcano for the first time. Another fact about Venus is that its lightning is so bright that any popping up sort of matter can cause a shadow. One last amazing fact about Venus is that it's almost the exact size of Earth. The 4th planet closest to the Sun is Mars.